Hi, in this video, I will be showing you the demo of this Pokedex app, which I've been working on lately in Vue3. So, if you have been following along this channel, the previous video I had on this was related to the issue which I was having in establishing communication between the search bar and the contents of the page, which are getting populated from the API calls. So I had to make API calls and pass the data coming from the search bar. Okay, so for that I used event emitters and yeah, achieve this. So if you type in something, let's say master ball, you should be able to get the results. It's basically making an API call and passing this master ball as a parameter getting from this text box. So these are separate components, and this would work on the other pages as well. So if on Pokemon page, if I type in Rayquaza and click on the search icon, I am able to get the result. And let me just show you the features which I implemented from last time. I have this details page implemented. Okay, so once you click on it, it shows you the stats of the current Pokemon, their HP, attack, defense, special attack, and the moves which they are able to learn as they progress in terms of number of levels. Okay, so this is one of the pages which I recently worked on. This API had a lot of data, like just to show you. If I go to the network tab and click on this page again, I can see this has way more data that I'm currently displaying on. It has the ability of airlock, and it has base experience forms, and I think there is a whole list of what most this Pokemon can learn based on the current game. Okay, so yeah, they have new generations keep coming on, and they keep on adding new moves. So yeah, I'm only showing a small fraction of the data which is coming from the API, which I think is relevant in this context. I will just show you the details page for items. If I go to the Safari ball, it is in the category of a standard balls and has certain attributes which I am showing. Again, from the API, there could be tons of data coming from which I'm not showing because that wouldn't make a lot of sense. So to display all those data, so yeah, only display what is required. Coming to the the details page, if I click on a random move, okay, this move slam is a type of type normal. It does physical damage and it belongs to generation 1. In the Pokemon games, you can use it 20 times. It has a power of 80 and accuracy of 75. And the list of Pokemon which are able to learn this move, it is displayed here. Okay, so yeah, those were 3 details page I lately worked on, and of course I have increased the amount of entries I am getting from this API. Earlier I was getting 20 entries, but I have modified the offset and limit query params which I pass in the API to get more results. I'm currently getting 40 results from the API. So if I go to Pokemon and then click on refresh again, so if you see in the request, I am passing limit is equals to 40 and offset is equal to 0. So it starts from the 0th index and fetches up to 40 entries. I have also implemented this pagination feature. It's a very simple primitive pagination. On click of next, it would update the current index to 40 and the next index, like I have variables defined for that, start and end indices, which I would be showing next. But yeah, those indices are being used to pass the query params while making the API call. So let's just show you once. Let me just reload and make a call to the API again. So you can see this time the limit is 80 and the offset is 40. So we start with 40 offset, and then we go up to 80. Okay, again the starting index has been updated, so we would be getting Pokemon entries from a certain index levels. Okay, and if I inspect the API calls, we have this count variable as 1292. So it means there are total of these many entries in the Pokemon API. So if I divide it by 40, that would be the number of pages I should be able to navigate through this API. Okay, so that is something which can be a topic of another video, implementation of advanced pagination. So here you could have the first page and the last page and a few pages in between. So and three dots. So if you click on three dots, you would make us jump to, let's say, 3-4 pages. But yeah, there could be multiple ways of how to implement this pagination algorithm, which like I mentioned, could be a topic of another video altogether. So yeah, let me just come to the code and show you the pagination component. I have pagination defined in inside this components folder. I have two anchor tags. One is to your one would be used to go to the previous page, and one to navigate to the next page. I am receiving two functions like go to next page and go to previous page. I defined this in the props. So this component, whenever it is defined in another component, it's imported. It is supposed to receive these two functions. Because I do have this required parameter set as true. Okay, so if you won't pass in these functions, then it would show you an error warning or something. But yeah, this is how it's been implemented. And inside this setup, we are receiving props, okay, and returning these go to next page as props.next page, and go to previous page props.go to previous page. And so this is made available to be used inside the template here. Click.prevent and go to next page. So this is how we do in Vue3. We use props like this through composition API. Okay, so let's just come to this Pokemon list page. This is the component which I've been using here to display the list of Pokemon. Okay, so the changes which I made from the last time, I have imported ref because I needed to initialize some variables to keep track of a start and end indices. So we have a start index with initial value of 0 and end index with initial value of. We have start index and end index defined here, and we would be using this in order to update the parameters which we would be passing in the API calls. So coming to the go next page, I am just checking if the end index value is less than 1292. So this is the total number of Pokemon entries we have in the API. So I am just going to update the start index value and increment both the start index as well as end index by 40, which is the number of entries I am choosing to display on a single page. And then I'm simply making an API call, the store.getPokemonList, and passing these values, the end index and the start index. Similarly, if we talk about the go to previous page function, I would be checking if the start index is still greater than 0. If it is, then I would be decrementing the start indices and the index values by 40, and then passing the updated values to the API. So it's just as simple as that. So let's just go to the application again, and let me have the console open so you can see the values getting updated. In the items page, if I go on next and see, so the first time I called the API with offset 0 and then limit 40. Subsequently, the offset and limit values were changed, and it would keep on happening as long as there is data in the API. So we have almost 2000 entries in the items API. So if we divide it by 40, that would be the number of pages we would be having. So it's a very, should I say, the elementary representation of pagination. No page numbers being displayed here. Maybe that would be a topic for another video. So coming back to the code again, I would just wanted to take a moment here and talk about uh, composables and composition API in Vue.js. So I have composables defined in inside this folder called composables. Uh, so use emitter, this I talked about in the previous video. Now this is a elementary composable. It's not actually required for this application, but this is just what I got from the official documentation of Vue.js. So this is an event wherein you are required to keep track of the positions of the mouse. So yeah, basically the composables are functionalities enclosed in a function which you can reuse across multiple components. So you can import use mouse in let's say Pokemon page, move page, items page, and it should be able to call the on mounted and on unmounted hooks here. So, and you should be able to access x and y variables. You should be able to listen to the update variables. So yeah, it's a very fancy way, convenient way, should I say, to reuse the existing code. So I think I have this implemented in one of the pages. I will just show you. So let's just go to the no, it's not in the moves page. Okay, yeah, in the Pokemon page, I have imported this const xy is equals to use mouse. I have imported it here. This is the this is a composable which I imported, and let's just see the value of it. I think yeah, I should be able to log in the x and y variables. Okay, so let's just inspect the console of this Pokemon list page again. So you can see I am able to get the values of mouse positions. So it's a ref import. Okay, it has a value of 228. Okay, so and if I want to let's say print something inside the on mounted hook of composable here, um, let's just copy this. The code completion hints you can see is coming from this GitHub Copilot. I think it's an awesome tool. It does charge you like 10 bucks per month, but sometimes I'm just left fascinated by the responses it generates. Other times, yeah, I have to make a lot of modifications, but I think it's worth giving it a try. So I should be able to see this message in the console log. Let's just um, inspect in the console. Mounted mouse. So I am able to see this. So this indeed got executed, and this can be imported in other pages as well. So let's just quickly do it for moves page. If I import this use mouse hook here, let's see if my copilot provides me with some valuable code completion hints. And there you go, I have this hint. So it's really cool, I would say. And again, on mounted, if I want to print the variables of let's say console.log x and y, So I just printed the mouse positions with the help of GitHub Copilot. On this mouse page, let's just confirm once if you are able to see this on the mouse page. So let's just open console. And yes, indeed we are able to see the mouse position values. Okay, so the x coordinate is at position 195 and the y coordinate is at position 224. So yes, we have indeed successfully used that composable on the moves page as well. So I also have this website hosted using Netlify. I will just show you the link real quick. So let's just reload this. Netlify doesn't give you a very friendly URL. Of course, you are using their free service, so they generate this custom URL for your free website, which of course, if in case you are utilizing their paid service, you can also add your custom domain here. But I think it's a very good service to get started things to experiment with. I often find myself using Netlify a lot while hosting some dummy projects for other people to show prototypes as such. So yes, definitely check their services. Okay, so with that, it's time to end this video. If you got some valuable information from this video, please consider liking this video and comment on it if you have anything to ask, and please consider subscribing my channel for such programming and technology related contents in future. So yeah, see you in the next video.